In a lively meadow at the edge of a bustling woodland, there lived a little bunny named Benny. Benny was unlike any other bunny in the meadow. He had an extraordinary talent that set him apart. He could bounce higher and further than anyone could imagine. From the moment Benny hopped out of his burrow each morning, he couldn't resist the urge to bounce. He would spring into the air, tucking his fluffy feet beneath him, and then, with a whoosh, he'd launch himself high above the tall grasses, over the daisies, and even over the other bunnies. The meadow would fill with gasps of astonishment and cheers of delight whenever Benny performed his incredible leaps. Benny's bouncing skills brought joy not only to the meadow's inhabitants, but also to Benny himself. He loved the feeling of the wind rushing past him and the thrill of soaring through the sky. Bouncing was his passion, and it filled his heart with boundless happiness. One sunny morning, as Benny was bouncing to his heart's content, he noticed a group of young animals watching him in amazement. Among them was a squirrel named Sammy, a mouse named Mia, and a young fox named Fiona. They had never seen anything quite like Benny's bouncing, and they couldn't help but be fascinated by his incredible talent. After his performance, Benny hopped over to the group with a friendly smile. "Hi there. I'm Benny," he chirped, his whiskers twitching with excitement. The young animals introduced themselves and quickly struck up a conversation with Benny. They were eager to know more about his bouncing adventures and how he had learned to bounce so high. Benny was more than happy to share his stories and the secret of his bouncy prowess. He explained that bouncing was not just about physical strength, it was also about believing in oneself and having the courage to leap into the unknown. Benny encouraged his new friends to give bouncing a try, assuring them that they had their unique talents waiting to be discovered. With Benny's guidance and enthusiastic encouragement, Sammy, Mia, and Fiona started practicing their own versions of bouncing. Sammy discovered that he could somersault through the air with agility, Mia could perform graceful twirls, and Fiona had a knack for jumping over obstacles with precision. As the days passed, the meadow came alive with the young animals' newfound talents. They practiced their skills together, cheering each other on and sharing their joy with the other meadow inhabitants. Benny had not only found friends, but had also helped his friends discover their own passions. One sunny afternoon, the meadow animals decided to host a grand talent show to showcase their unique abilities. Benny, Sammy, Mia, and Fiona were the stars of the show, each demonstrating their incredible talents. The meadow was filled with laughter, applause, and a deep sense of camaraderie. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm, golden glow over the meadow, Benny realized that he had not only shared his love for bouncing but had also found something even more precious, a community of friends who appreciated and celebrated each other's uniqueness. From that day forward, the meadow was filled with laughter and the echoes of bouncing, somersaults, twirls, and graceful jumps. Benny, Sammy, Mia, and Fiona continued to inspire each other and their fellow meadow inhabitants to embrace their talents and share them with the world. And so, in the lively meadow at the edge of the bustling woodland, Benny the bouncing bunny and his friends learned that the greatest joy in life came from both discovering their own talents and celebrating the talents of others. They knew that their meadow was a place where individuality was cherished, and where every hop, jump, and twirl was a beautiful expression of their unique spirits. But the meadow's laughter and the joy of celebrating talents continued to fill the air, reminding all its inhabitants that they were a community of friends who appreciated the beauty of diversity and the magic of individuality. As time passed, Benny, Sammy, Mia, and Fiona continued to explore their unique talents and grow even closer as friends. Their adventures in the meadow were filled with laughter and shared moments of discovery. Benny often organized friendly competitions in which each friend could showcase their talents. These competitions were not about winning but about celebrating the joy of being oneself. Each jump, twirl, and somersault was met with cheers of encouragement from the others. One sunny day, Benny decided to host a great meadow talent show for all the meadow inhabitants. Benny would bounce to astonishing heights, Sammy would somersault with grace, Mia would twirl like a tiny tornado, and Fiona would leap over obstacles with precision. The meadow animals eagerly gathered to watch, bringing their favorite snacks and blankets to enjoy the show. As the performances began, the meadow filled with excitement and applause. Each act was met with cheers and laughter, creating an atmosphere of pure delight. But the highlight of the talent show was when all 4 friends joined together for a special group performance. Benny's soaring leaps, Sammy's nimble somersaults, Mia's graceful twirls, and Fiona's precise jumps combined into a mesmerizing display of talent and unity. The meadow erupted in applause, and the friends took a bow, their hearts filled with gratitude for one another. After the talent show, the meadow animals stayed to picnic, play games, and share stories. Benny, Sammy, Mia, and Fiona had not only discovered their unique talents, but had also learned the importance of friendship and cooperation. They were a shining example of how differences could be celebrated and talents could be shared. The meadow continued to thrive as a place of laughter and unity, where every animal felt valued and accepted for who they were. Benny and his friends had not only found their passions, but had also created a loving and inclusive community that embraced diversity. And so, in the lively meadow at the edge of the bustling woodland, Benny the bouncing bunny, Sammy, Mia, and Fiona continued to bounce, somersault, twirl, and leap. They knew that their talents were not just expressions of themselves, but also a way to inspire others to embrace their uniqueness and spread the magic of friendship. The end, but the meadow's celebrations of talents and the bonds of friendship continued to thrive, reminding all its inhabitants that they were part of a community where individuality was treasured, and where every bunny, squirrel, mouse, and fox had a unique talent to share with the world. As the seasons changed and the meadow blossomed with vibrant colors, Benny and his friends found even more ways to embrace their talents and create magical moments together. During the warm summer days, they organized talent exploration days in the meadow, where other animals were encouraged to discover and share their own unique abilities. The meadow came alive with a variety of talents, singing birds, graceful butterflies, acrobatic squirrels, and even some quirky skills like beetle balancing and daisy chain weaving. Benny and his friends discovered that the more they celebrated the talents of others, the richer and more vibrant their meadow community became. The meadow was not just a place to showcase their skills, but also a canvas for everyone to paint their individuality, creating a tapestry of diversity and joy. As autumn leaves began to fall, the meadow inhabitants decided to host a unity feast. It was a grand gathering where every creature brought a dish that reflected their unique talents or favorite foods. Benny and his friends presented a bountiful carrot salad with colorful radish twirls and a berry sauce that danced with flavor. The unity feast was a resounding success, with animals of all shapes and sizes sharing stories, laughter, and the delicious flavors of their diverse dishes. It was a beautiful testament to the strength of their meadow community, where talents were appreciated, differences were celebrated, and friendship was cherished. Winter arrived with a blanket of soft snow covering the meadow, but Benny, Sammy, Mia, and Fiona didn't let the cold weather dampen their spirits. They organized winter talent shows where they incorporated their unique skills into frosty performances that left the meadow animals in awe. One particularly chilly day, they devised a special surprise, a frozen talent show on ice. They created a makeshift ice rink on the meadow's frozen pond, and Benny and his friends performed their acts with grace and enthusiasm. The meadow animals, bundled up in their warmest scarves, cheered them on, their laughter floating on the crisp winter air. As the years passed, Benny and his friends remained a symbol of unity, acceptance, and the power of embracing one's unique talents. The meadow flourished as a place where every creature felt valued and loved, and where diversity was celebrated as the greatest treasure of all. And so, in a lively meadow at the edge of the bustling woodland, Benny the bouncing bunny, Sammy, Mia, and Fiona continued to bounce, somersault, twirl, and leap through life. They knew that their talents were not just about what they could do, but about the joy they could bring to others and the beautiful bonds of friendship they had cultivated. The end, but the meadow's celebrations of talents, unity, and friendship continued to thrive, serving as a reminder to all its inhabitants that they were part of a unique and vibrant community where every bunny, squirrel, mouse, and fox was an essential thread in the tapestry of life.